Hi there, my friends. How are you doing? My name is Ashley Bright, and I am the Message Fixer. Today, I am wrapping up the third in our three-part series on virtual presentations. Okay, I want you to have the ins and outs, do's and don'ts of how to execute a virtual presentation and knock it out of the park every single time. All right, so in our last section, our last video, this is all about presenting, okay, when you are actually in the call and how to do the presentation. Now, number one thing, just like when you go to deliver a presentation in person in a new venue that you may have not been to before, with a virtual presentation, you want to arrive early. Make sure that your tech is working. Test everything out. I'd recommend a minimum of 15 minutes, maybe even 30 minutes. Just make sure everything is working. You've got a good internet connection. The software does what it's supposed to do, because the worst thing you can do is leave it to the last minute and then have any kind of a technical issue, because as your people start joining, you know what'll also happen? They'll start leaving. Okay, you got no time to waste, and so you want to be ready right out of the gate, so make sure your tech is working. Okay, now another big question I get all the time is, should I sit or should I stand? Now, I always recommend, if you have the opportunity, if you have the chance, to stand. Okay, it's going to actually change the tone of your voice. Okay, when you're standing, your voice has more resonance. Okay, the other thing, and we'll get into this too in just a sec when we talk about framing, is that if you are delivering a presentation versus running a meeting, a team meeting, but actually delivering a presentation, I think you should always stand. Okay, now in terms of framing, the way I have it framed right here is exactly the way you should do it. And the reason for that is because when it comes to the way our brains and we as human beings process information, okay, 70%, I'll repeat that, 70% of what your audience takes away, what they perceive of you, the trust, the confidence, your expertise, is driven by the physical way that you occupy the space and you present. Crazy, right? So that's why you frame it this way, because now my audience is seeing my hands, they can see my gestures, they can see my body, they can see my face, okay? And they have all of these tools now that they can be using to perceive value, and I can build that trust. Versus this. Hey there, how's it going? Okay, I don't have any hands, you can't see what my body's doing. My voice, you can already feel my voice has kind of changed a bit. Okay, and it's worse yet if I'm here and I'm using hand gestures, then they just become distracting. Okay, so if you have the chance, frame it this way. It's always going to be better. Now, the other big thing is, and I've said this through all of this series of videos, eye contact. Okay, you're building a relationship with the person on the other side of that screen. Could be one person or it could be 1,000 people, but you're building that relationship. And so you want to be making eye contact. Now, one of the things that happens is the people we're speaking to, if we're like doing a camera to camera on our screen, their face is actually going to be on our screen, and so we tend to look down. I'm talking to their face, but really there isn't a connection here. And so instead, look at the camera. It's a little weird at first. It's a little weird to have their face down here, but you're looking ahead of them in the camera. But so here's one of the little techniques I do. Okay, super simple. Okay, is I put a little post-it note up there. And so it's just a visual reminder to me to keep looking up here at the camera, not down here at my screen. Okay? I remember, I think it was Oprah had this great technique. She said, when I am on a call like this, I just imagine my best friend right there behind the camera, and I'm just talking to them, and they are getting tremendous value, and they are responding in kind, and it's a wonderful exchange. So think about that. Maybe you need to channel your inner Oprah to get that energy that you want and that engagement that you want. All right, my friends, so those are some 4 techniques that you can use that I recommend when you are presenting to make sure that you have a great experience. Okay, if you haven't seen the other videos in this series, I recommend you check them out. Okay, the first one is all about planning. The second one is all about preparing your content. And then this one is all about presenting. All right, my friends, continue doing what you're doing. Continue sharing your passion, your knowledge, and having massive impact on your audience and getting the results you want to move your business forward. All right, my friends, have a great day. Cheers.